Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and today I don't know what it was about this pattern, but I kinda liked the design of it, so I figured I'd give it a shot. So this is pattern number 90149 over on friendshipbracelets.net, and yeah, it's pretty cute. I don't know. I will tell you though, before I started this, I did something. I was counting how many knots is it to go across. I started with this as an idea of being in the center and tried figuring about like where was 20 from the middle of this, and it ended up somewhere in here, and I thought that made for a kind of an ugly start. So I counted from the center of this piece and found it to be somewhere in here. And I thought that was kind of cool. But I thought if I could add a little bit of space, I could get it to start off of this part here. So I extended the length of this by just a little bit to make that happen. So where in the past we've had a lot of really cool coincidences of things landing exactly how I might like it, or sometimes in ways that I thought were kind of acceptable. This time, and this is the truth, this is the only time I've really done that. I went ahead and took a look to see where that might take us. So, yeah, that's, I'm being honest with you guys. I don't have a reason to lie to you. You guys are awesome, and I wouldn't do that. Okay, this line is off. It's supposed to be in the middle. That would make me crazy if I left that there. This is, yeah, I'm kind of that picky. Okay, it is what it is. So our blue color is really really super close to what we already use, and I don't know if we can leave it like that. Um, I don't think we can. Um, let's start though. I have a dark gray as opposed to the black. So let's kind of just start drawing this in a little bit. And yeah, I got a feeling that I'm going to need to see the blue in action to be able to draw this out. So, well, let's just try this, just see. Yeah, see, it's really close in color, right? Let's, can we jazz this up a bit? What can we do to it? Yeah, let's just make it a green. Easier to see. I can tell where the stuff is. Okay, so that makes up this part of the box right here. Then it comes out. I mean, we can change it back to this color afterwards, right? We have played with the tool that lets us paint entire sections, so we can put it back. But just to save my sanity as I try to fill this thing in, I need it to be something different. Otherwise, it will make me crazy. Hit the outside part. Okay. All right, so that's a little space for the white on the outside. These are the whites out here. Cool. And then this line goes down into where this is. So see how I didn't have to count that because I can actually use this as my guide. And that's most likely what I would be looking at when I'm tying the knots. Maybe, like those kind of little signals of how something acts or how it responds. It's sort of silly, I guess, but it works. Something's wrong over here. Do. That was supposed to come in too, so that way this comes up too. That way this comes around, and then that's how we get the little square here. It's 1, 2 out here. Wow, that isn't just half complicated, is it? Wow. Okay. So doing the other side, being able to mirror it, makes it slightly easier. Oops, something's... That's supposed to be different, right? 1, 2... Wait. That goes to there? Wow. Okay, sometimes doing the mirror thing is not that easy. That was really weird. Okay, but we did it. Crazy. So now... so this is out here like this. And then again, it'll be easier to grab up this color to make out our shape. Because then, for me, why I think that's easier is I can, like these diamonds, like this little piece, those are easy to make, right? That's what's inside here. And then it's easier to just draw out the diamond that goes around that. Right? And then there's just the little one on the other side of that. And then out here, it comes out to this way and out to that way. Oops. Like that. And again, I don't know what it was that kind of drew me to this pattern. And I certainly hope that the way I cut my string is going to be long enough. It does appear to me like most of these colors get used pretty evenly, and or at least will cross paths enough that I should be able to swap out if necessary. That's the hopes. And that's why we do a pattern making and then we do the making, because it would give me a chance to actually try to do the thing that I set out to do. Oh, I see. I did something completely wrong. Look at this. Wow. This was supposed to come out there. Yeah. So this kinda, I don't know if you guys remember a while back, I had the antler one. There is a little touch of that with this, with these things. And it's got the, and I think I know what makes me think of it. The fact that you have like 4 of these strings, and these ones here won't get used as much as these ones here. And that was sort of a bit of a thing on the other one. It didn't turn into a big problem, but on this one, I can see that could be a thing. We'll have to see. So the background color, which we haven't actually even touched upon yet, will be going outside of this. So that's like this line here. So, yeah, that part is kind of straightforward. I don't know how much zigzagging there is on this. Question, how many dark ones are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4 per side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, but there's one here. See, what I'm trying to determine is, see, if you watch this, this one here could potentially just keep going straight along, come all the way out, and then be the string for this side here. Well, let's do the easy parts and see how, oops, how it works out. And again, this is one of those ones where I really, technically, I could do this by only doing one side of it. Oh dear. See, now the question is, does this turn back in and then come out this way? And if so, then the other green could be down here. If the other green is here and comes in and goes this way, then this one comes out and comes back. And to be honest, I don't think that matters. We can let this go this way. Oops. Right? Because I'm guessing there's only 2 of these. Yeah, 2 per side. Yep. See, good guess, right? Well, it's kind of an educated guess. It's kind of like the one with the antlers, and I wouldn't expect it to have been any different. And if you remember last time, we hid, well, maybe not the last time, the one before, we hid the string at the very end, so that way, if anybody else was going to try to make it, they might not have understood how that came about. So, yeah. I don't know why I enjoy doing that kind of stuff. Probably because I've been stumped in the past. I've looked at people's bracelets and like, wait, how is this possible? It doesn't seem right because, you know, the number of colors and stuff, and then realize, oh yeah, there's why it's hidden and I couldn't see it. And I don't know. I don't know why I think that's cool. Because, you know, when you're trying to figure out a pattern, it's frustrating. All right. And why would you want to frustrate somebody? I don't know. I certainly don't want to frustrate you guys. You guys are here trying to learn how to come up with some cool pattern ideas and do things. And so I'm kind of trying to show you some of the tricks and things that'll hang you up. So this one here, right? I could have gone a couple different ways. I could have come out like this, or I could have came in. This is obviously the background color, whatever, white in this case. It just is easier to let it go out straight here and bounce this way, honestly. Just a little less zigzagging around. So, so this is coming in here. Oh, and this is just like how we started, right? So this is the one that comes straight across and then down. And then this is the one that comes in. Yeah. Nice. I like when it resolves kind of this easily. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so we know that there's 4 of this dark color. We know there has to be one that comes through right here. It has to. That's the only way to get the dark one to that spot. And at least letting this one come through here. Well, yeah, it still would have to be, right? Okay, let's say, for argument's sake, I'm having this debate with somebody in the comments. It's never even happened yet. Let's say you were going to tell me that, but no, Kevin, you could have turned the corner here to get to this square. Yes, that is true. However, I would need a dark one to be in this space, and we've already allocated this green to come through here, so we couldn't put the dark here to come out that way. So then this one would have had to been a dark to come this direction. See how that works? So now that we know that there's a dark and a dark, it doesn't matter which way we do the knots. We don't have to be so complicated. Win. All right, now this one can obviously sort of chug along through here. It's these ones that have me wondering. See, we could do, there's 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? And that would give us this coming in through here, and that's awesome. And it would give us the one coming in through here. And mind you, yes, I could go over to the other pattern and see how they resolved this. But that doesn't teach you guys anything. It doesn't, I don't see a benefit there, you know? So here's where it's going to get a little bit sticky. We need to make sure that we don't lose track of where the ends of these are, right? So that's coming through there. We got these ones down here already. So this one here can come all the way out and then come back in. So that resolves for everything out here. And then this one coming through can resolve for those. This comes in, this comes in. So we got 2 in and 2 out. Where this one goes, that becomes a question. We'll figure that out in a second. Let's see how many we got. We've got, there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that we have all 4 accounted to at this point here. This one's coming through and filling in that dot. This one's coming across and doing that thing out here again. This one's coming across, coming all the way down to the middle. And that leaves us this one. This one, we need it to bounce back and be here, right? Everything else is sort of worked out. We need some string over here. So that becomes the logical place for that. So yeah, this is, hopefully you're getting this, right? Hopefully you're getting how the process of figuring out where a string goes is all about logic. It's all about trying to make sense of this stuff. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to make it make sense. And then this one comes through here. Right. And yes, okay, again, we could look at a pattern and we can figure out how somebody else has done the work. But I would say that doesn't necessarily teach you how to design a pattern. And perhaps it also doesn't help you with trying to imagine the directions and stuff that you're going to use for this doing the strings, because I like to optimize my knots and I like to try to work out nice, quick, easy ways of getting through this stuff. And I think some of that, not all, but some of that actually comes from working with the pattern and kind of seeing where directions and stuff, how things are moving, and how that can make it a little bit easier when it comes to actually working out the whole thing. Okay. So we have worked out all the strings except for the background color, whatever we're going to use for that. Um, Obviously, at this point, we could use white. I mean, it wouldn't kill us. Let's get rid of that for now. Let's. Okay, I have the select tool here, and I'm just going to grab this corner that we worked out. I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it. And I'm going to use our flip tool, and I'm going to flip horizontally. Yes. I did that without looking at the thing. I'm like, what was that? Okay, and that gives us our top half. And then take our rectangular select tool, grab this whole top half, Control C, Control V, that's copy and paste again. Go back to the flip vertically, go back to the move. It's a lot of like swapping between tools, but you can't move things around while you have the swapping tool. It just doesn't let you do that. So it's, yes, you have to kind of toggle between a bunch of things, but in the end, it makes it all work out for you. So, that's helpful. All right, and then we could leave this for our background, but I'd rather not. Let's go to the select by color tool and choose our template color for whatever we want to call that. Let's pick a nice color. That's kind of nice. I like that. And then we go to the fill hole selection from the paint tool, and we have the full selection. Okay, I'm not liking the lavender as much as I thought I would. Let's go, yeah, let's go a little bit more pinkish. It's just a little too much there. Okay. And if I hit Control A, it will kind of deselect, and basically it's selecting all. And for some odd reason, this looks now with these colors, my first impression is like alien text or something. Like it's really bizarre. But hey, I like it. I think this is going to be a fun one, guys. I have no idea. I guess the true nature, like how did this one turn out, will come from actually making it, and hopefully we have enough string. So I'll let you guys know next week. All right, guys. Thank you to my Patreon supporters who make my tutorials possible. I really do appreciate it, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. I don't even know how long this one took. I imagine that was a little while. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. And yeah, as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.